In this tutorial, we'll talk about multi-threaded. At first, let's know what is threaded. What is threading or what is thread? Thread, we know that thread we call usually an of where and where, right? So why thread? The name has been given thread. Thread is a task also is. So whenever a task is there in Java, we call it as thread. And what is process? Process is a combination of multiple threads. One process can contain multiple threads, multiple tasks, but one thread cannot hold multiple processes. Okay, so thread is a individual task. So multi-threading means multiple threads can be handled at the same time by Java. I'll give an example. Suppose you are creating a login page. You're inserting username and password and you're clicking on login button. What happens? It goes to the server side, and in the business logic you do the validation of username, password. Suppose you are doing some profile check also. Suppose that user is what kind of profile, whether it is admin or normal user. So that time, if you do at first username password validation, after getting the response, you're checking the user profile. So at first it will complete authentication, then authorization. Authentication is nothing but checking username and password is valid or not, and authorization is nothing but what kind of profile it holds, administrator or normal user. So it takes time because until authentication completes, you cannot go to authorization. So authentication will take suppose 1 second, authorization again take 1 second, so total it will take 2 seconds. Obviously it depends on the requirement, how your requirement it is. Now there is another way. At the same time, if you want to call authentication as well as authorization, you can call by Java multi-threading. What you need to do, the process of login, you can divide into multiple concurrent thread. So here you need to create two threads, two concurrent threads. One is for authentication, another is for authorization. So what happened? At the same time, it calls to the server, to the database, whether it is authenticated and what is the authorization of that user. And whenever you are getting the response, depending on the response value, you can render your page, whether it is authenticated or what kind of page should be displayed as per authorization as per the user type. So here it means Java does it in its multi-threading way. It's very good way, very efficient way. It does multiple threads handling in the same process and concurrently at the same time. That is the main thing in Java. Okay, thank you. So hopefully you understood what is multi-threaded, and next tutorial will talk about high performance. Thank you very much.